Sophomore from Westchester, Pennsylvania, number 19, Lauren Hennigan. Senior from Houston, Texas, number 8, Jenny Carnes. Senior from Edison, New Jersey, number 10, Lorraine Mekowitz. And senior from Pembroke, Mass, number 7, Elena Atchison. Head coach of the Beavers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cousins Gymnasium. I'm Owen Finnegan here with JumboCast, along with Andrew, and we are tuning into the Tufts Jumbos versus Babson Beavers match. Tufts coming in at 14-1, 7-0 in the NESCAC. Babson Beavers at an also respectable 12-7. Both teams riding high. Tufts has a 6-game winning streak. Babson on a 4-game streak. Right now we are getting introduced to the starting lineups, looking to start in a couple of minutes. So, Andrew, what are you looking forward to today?
Well, before we get into that, we just want to apologize to anyone tuning in right now. We're run into some unexpected technical difficulties, and we're going to have to do this broadcast radio style, which is, unfortunate, but at least we can get you the action live here from Cousins Gymnasium. We're doing our best to fix the issues right now, but for now, we're just going to have to work with an only audio stream, which is all right, because at least we can get you the action directly from here. Looking from the game, though, this is probably going to be one of the most exciting non-conference games that the Tufts women are going to be experiencing. Babson, despite their not quite as impressive record as the Tufts Jumbos, is a very dangerous team. They've got one of the top blockers in the country in Atkinson, who's averaging more than a block per set at this point. So it's going to be a very interesting battle at the net because the Tufts Jumbos also have one of the nation's top blockers in Kenzie Human, who's averaging about 1.11 blocks per set, which when combined with conference all-star Elizabeth Ahrens, both of whom stand at over 6 feet tall, it's going to be a very interesting battle at the net. But regarding keys to the game, Owen, what do you think Babson has to do to stick with the Jumbos?
Babson, something they really need to focus on is coming out as fast as they possibly can in this game. Babson, 11-1 when winning the first set. Those are some crazy numbers. So Tufts certainly looking to defend here, but Babson's going to come out firing. They're really going to want to win that first set.
Tufts, for their part, need to trust their depth. They make more substitutions than most other schools that they've played have. It just speaks volumes as to how they don't actually have just a set starting lineup. They can really trust all their players to do their jobs and make sure that they get all those key roles taken care of. So we're going to get going with the first set. Kelly Klimo is going to be serving for Tufts. This is the first set, tied in zeros.
Here comes Klimo with the serve. And we are off, ladies and gentlemen. That's number 20 of Babson, Kristen Carasoto, sending it directly into Klimo's breadbasket. Klimo can't get it up. That is going to be
not quite.
Not quite, actually. 1-0 Tufts.
A violation, a net violation from Babson gives the point to Tufts.
Excuse me, folks.
Klimo with the serve. That's dug up by number 10 and set with a booming spike from Carnes. Sammy Carnes with a nice kill. With Elizabeth Cameron setting up for the serve.
Cameron sends it in, right to Klimo. That's going to be Katie Zhang.
Mary McAbee with the shot.
Right with
Babson
the set.
Returns. And that's up. And that's off of Angela Yu. Gives the point to Tufts, or to Babson, excuse me.
Yeah, that was Jenny Carnes with the point there.
Elizabeth Cameron with the serve again. Sets with the serve. Straight to Klimo with the dig. Yu with the set. Ahrens with a nice hit, but dug by number 19 for the Babson Beavers. Little press up, so saved by Klimo. Bridget Bell with the hit, and a nice pancake from the Babson libero. Can't get it. That's a point to Tufts, and we're knotted up at 2s right now.
Yeah, Bridget Bell, you're going to hear her name a lot today. Leading the team with 130 kills.
131 now.
131 kills. Thank you, AMAC. And she's an offensive powerhouse.
Angela Yu with the serve. is just in. That's a service ace for Angela Yu, and the Jumbos take the lead 3-2 in the first set. Beautiful serve from Angela Yu there.
Yep, you looking to repeat that.
Nice serve with a dig from 19 on the Babson Beavers. Saved by Bell. Yu set with the set. Tufts sends it back. Klimo with the save. Klimo with the save again. Very unorthodox right now.
Bright tried a couple powerful ones there. Tried to sneak one by, couldn't quite do it.
And that was Mackenzie Bright, who just couldn't quite make it over the net there.
Gonna be knotted at threes.
Anissa Loy with the serve now, setting up. Number 12 for the Babson Beavers. Sophomore for the Babson Beavers. Interesting thing about the Beavers is that they don't have any juniors on the team. Nice serve. Aarons with the easy save. That's Bright trying to get it over. Big hit, but nice blocks from Kristen Corsetto.
Now serving the Tufts number 5, Alex Garrett.
Net violation. Alex Garrett with the serve. Good save from the Babson libero. Big hit. Klimo with the save. Angela Yu with the set. And Bell's going to just send it over. Give it back to the Beavers. Good save from Garrett. Sends back over and doesn't quite land it, which is all right. Knotted back at fours.
Yep. Carasota with a good attack. Tried to dig it out. Went right over out of bounds. Unfortunate, but well-played point. Knotted at fours.
Early in the match, Babson's doing their job of keeping up with the Jumbos right now.
Here's Beecher with the serve.
Came up with the dig. Yu with the set. That was Bridget Bell with the kill. Cameron could not quite save it from there.
Once again, Bridget Bell.
And I've got Elizabeth Aarons with the serve for Tufts. Tufts leading 5-4 now. Aarons, arguably the most valuable player for this Tufts team. Not the specific stats leader in any one single place, but has just been all over and sat out, I think, only once. Has not started one set all season so far.
Aarons with a good dig there. Yu with the set. Couldn't quite finish it there.
Sent back over. That's Yu with the set.
Here comes Nwankwa. Dug out by Beecher.
Aarons with the dig. Yu with the set. Nwankpa with the kill. Nice, and that was in.
Nwankpa is sorely missed by this Tufts team. Missed a couple of games with an illness. The freshman, 5'10", plays like she's 7 feet tall. Great blocker, and she can, contribute on offense as well. Great kill there. Knotted at fives.
Maureen Makowitz with the serve. Couldn't quite make it. Kenzie Human in for the Jumbos. Gets the kill there. Just a nice little tapper over the net to bring it back down and send the Jumbos ahead 6-5.
Yeah, Human having a great season. I know we've said this in a couple other games, but 1.11 blocks per set, 266 hit percentage, 61 kills. I mean, those are very solid numbers from Human.
Katie Zhang with the serve. Nice and easy over to the Beavers. Shannon Rosen with a nice booming hit. Couldn't quite convert, though. Garrett sends it back over. A little bit of a miscommunication from the Jumbos there. Just kind of fell in the middle of them, and we're tied back up at 6. Babson Beavers doing the job that they need to do, keeping up with the Jumbos, because if you let them, these Jumbos will run away with whatever set they're given. And they're doing their job of not making those unforced errors and just getting the points when they need to. That was Shannon Rosen with the serve again. Dug by Klimo. Oh, and a good save, a good effort from those Beavers, but an errant hit back over to the Jumbos does not fall, and the Jumbos take the lead again, 7-6.
Yep, that was Alana Atkinson sending it out of bounds for the Beavers. A little bit of an awkward sequence there for Babson.
Now serving for the Bulls, number 8, Richard Bell.
Here comes Bell with the serve. Right to Beecher.
Good block from the two Jumbos. Kenzie and Mary McAbee, who's in now for the Jumbos. She's one of many extraordinarily tall people who can really control the net. And that was a kill from Mary McAbee off of the front line for the Beavers, who just could not quite save that. Bridget Bell with the serve again. Jenny Carnes with the dig there. Klimo digs it back. Mackenzie Human over the net. Couldn't quite convert, though. Katie Zhang with a sneaky little set just right over. Babson Beavers saved that. That was Kenzie Bright with the kill there. Just a booming hit just right down the sideline, just barely kissing the inside the line. Gives them the point and a 3-point lead now. Jumbo's lead 9-6. Bridget Bell with the serve again. Dug by Beecher. Ooh. A little wobbling on the net. Both sides trying to avoid the net violation, but none are made. Dug by Beecher. And a big hit from number 10. That's Lorraine Makowitz. Does not fall. Goes long. Jumbos take a 10-6 lead. Again
with the substitutions, I mean, in this set alone, I mean, really just a half set. We've seen Garrett contribute for the Jumbos. We've seen Bell. We've seen Bright. They're really rotating well. We've seen Nwankpa contribute all at the net. The depth of this team is really remarkable.
Timeout now with this score at 10-6. Babson just trying to put a little bit of just ease off the gas and keep the rhythm broken up a little bit so they can reset and keep thinking things through. But as of right now, they're still within striking distance. 4 points in a 25-point game is not the biggest hurdle to overcome. These Jumbos have overcome much bigger hurdles before. And much tougher games, in fact, too. Their game at Middlebury this past Saturday was one of their toughest challenges yet. And so far they're doing what they need to do. Neither side is making any unforced errors that are crippling them. And Babson's keeping it close, but Tufts are trusting their depth. And right now, that seems to be the superior formula for them.
Bell back to serve, putting together a nice sequence here. Jumbo's looking to pull even further ahead. Beecher with an awkward dig, going to send it under the net, and that's going to make it 11-6 Tufts.
And this is going back to what I was saying earlier. If you let these Jumbos run away with it, they absolutely will. They'll get you in a vice grip, and they will not let go.
Yeah.
Bell with a nice serve, dug by Jenny Carnes. And the Beavers cannot convert.
Yeah, Cameron with a nice dive, but unable to reach it. Again, these Jumbo, specifically with Bridget Bell back there serving, if you let her get hot, she is going to make you pay. And Beavers maybe getting a little uncomfortable here, but Bell with the serve. Here's the set again.
Carnes. Kenzie Human with the big block. Close to a net violation, but not quite.
Beavers.
That's a big hit from, that looked like number 10, Lorraine Makowitz, 6'2" senior. Just too fast for Bridget Bell to get down and defend. 12-7, 7-12 Tufts.
Atkinson with the serve, senior captain.
Wow. Sneaky little just tap from Kenzie Human, just takes it right over the defenders and into a dead zone for the Beavers. And that gives the Tufts the serve back for Klimo and a 13-7 lead.
Yeah, it's not all just power. Human finding ways to be creative, get points any way she can. Klimo with the serve.
Clean serve, dug by Lauren Hennington.
Block at the net for Tufts.
Big hit, but a nice dig from Bridget Bell. Follows up with another sneaky little hit who just finds the dead zone again.
Yeah, Makowitz looking for the pancake but can't find it, and that's going to be another point for Bell.
No breakfast here at Cousins Gymnasium, as our director would say in this situation.
Shout out to Bernie if you're listening. And that's going to be 14-7 Tufts in the first set. Klimo back serving.
That's dug by Makowitz. Big block does not go for the Jumbos. That's Bright and Aarons with the attempted block, but falls back out of bounds on their side. Serve goes back to Elizabeth Cameron.
Yeah. Freshman Cameron back with the serve.
Nice serve, cleanly dug by Klimo, set by Angela Yu. Mary McAdoo with a big hit, but a clean block from Carasoto.
Yep. Just a word on Elizabeth Cameron here. 226 hit percentage. Hit percentage, definitely something that the Beavers have struggled with this season with a 192 for the team. Tufts hovering closer to a 217 mark, so definitely focusing on the hit percentage for this game. Beecher with the set.
You with the dig. Klimo with the set, and McAdoo sends it back over to be set by Cameron. Net violation from the Beavers gives the point to the Jumbos. That'll be 15-9 on the score in the first set.
Yu back to serve. Again, had that ace earlier in the set, looking to repeat her earlier success. And it goes.
Dug by Hannigan.
Oh, Bright with an awkward dig there. Clean to clean it up.
Bell with the hit. Dug by Cameron. Beecher with the set.
Diving dig by
Makowitz.
Klimo. Great job up to Nwangpa. Powerful serve by Nako, but dug out by Beecher. Bell's going to set it to Bright. Bright's going to try and finesse it over. She does.
Beavers reset. Send it back to the Jumbos. A little too far. Far out on that side. One of the amazing things about volleyball, which I don't think gets talked about nearly enough, is the amount of communication and the mind games that are going on. Because you could just try to overpower the opponents the way Bridget Bell often does and be successful with. But at the same time, you need to switch it up and have some deception going on, like in that last point where Bright just kind of tipped it over to eventually bring the point over to the Jumbos. Nwangpa with a huge hit, though, going for that overpowering route.
Nwangpa with the block. Welcome back. That's going to make it 17-9 Tufts. Again,
Beavers try to finesse it over there, but Tufts with a huge height advantage and correct prediction keeps the ball on the Beavers side and gives the point to them.
Yeah, Mac, you said earlier today the game's really going to come down to who controls the net better, and I think at least in this partial set, Tufts has done a great job of controlling the net.
Absolutely. Well, both sides have actually done a really great job of controlling the net. Beavers have at least 3 of their points coming from solid blocks from either awkward or poorly judged hits from the Jumbos, and it hasn't at all just been a one-sided. No matter how lopsided the score might look right now, it's actually been a fairly even match. The Jumbos just executing just a tiny bit better than the Beavers. The Beavers, just a little bit more dead space, a little bit not quite as quick on the reflexes for getting down or getting out to find the ball and where it's headed. So,
yeah. Babson coach Eric Neely probably telling his players, don't freak out. You're not getting dominated out there. It's just sometimes they don't fall your way. So just stay focused, keep playing like you're playing, and going to put some points on the board here. Again, Babson probably looking to win this first set. Very important.
Very important.
It's going to be.
They were doing just fine to begin the set, too. They just need to start stringing some points back together, just, do things the way that they know how to do. They've won 12 games so far and doing quite well in the new MAC.
You with the serve, a short one.
Bright with this just sends it right back over to the Beavers. Makowitz with a big hit. That's the kill for Makowitz.
Yeah, send it right over the Tufts blockers, finding empty space. Make it 17-10. Jumbo's still holding the lead.
That's what they need to do. They just clean volleyball. Just do things right because it's a difficult sport to always be on a shutdown defense the way the Jumbos have.
Lie with the serve to Bell.
You with the little set over to Aarons, just sends it hard. Aarons then with the block immediately afterwards. Nwangpa with a huge kill.
Yep.
Just that was a combination, I think, of a little power and a little deception because that was right into Beecher, it looked like, but Beecher just couldn't quite dig it out properly, just with the weird angle or spin or whatever it was.
It really is something watching her go up for a kill. She's got those long arms. She can jump really high, and you just know every time when she goes for the kill, something special is going to happen.
Alex Garrett with the serve, Beecher with the dig.
Oh, great dig.
You with the pancake sends it back up, and Klimo sends it back over to the Beavers side. Cameron with the set, Makowitz with the kill. Klimo can't dig it out.
Yeah. Klimo usually a terrific, terrific on the digs. Probably one of the more talented players on the Tufts teams when it comes to getting down and getting the ball.
You have written down here 234 digs coming into this game, so just a defensive force.
That leads the team by a wide margin. Oh, serving error for Babson.
Gives that 19-11 lead to Tufts. Klimo tags out for a human as Cora Thompson goes for a bit more height on the net, trying to control those trying to control the net a bit more.
Yeah.
Now with 3 girls 5'10" or taller out on the court with Aarons, Human, and Nwangpa.
Looks like a net violation on Babson is going to give the point to Tufts to make it 20-11 in the first set.
Aarons to serve. Strong serve right over the net, cleanly dug by Makowitz. Cameron with the set.
Blocked by Nwangpa again.
Shannon Rosen with the attempted kill, but Nwangpa just bringing it home.
Yeah, when you have Nwangpa and Human on the net like that, it is hard to sneak one by him.
We've called them the Medford Wall before, the Great Wall of Medford.
Great Wall of Medford. This is going to be Aarons with the serve again.
A little bit long. Does not fall. 21-12 Tufts. Service there for Aarons. Makowitz now with the serve.
For the Beavers, number 10, Lorraine Makowitz.
Makowitz setting up deep. Goes for the jump serve.
Garrett with the dig. Yu with the set. And Mwakwa with the spike.
Oh,
little collision. Collision with between Garrett and Yu. They're both up. Didn't look good, but they are both smiling and okay, it looks like. A little bit of frustration from the Babson side, though. Beecher and Makowitz, either a miscommunication or something. It fell right in between them, so frustration for sure.
Yeah, and once you get frustrated and if that communication starts breaking down, like you said earlier, that's when the problems start coming. So 22-12 Tufts in the first set.
Garrett stays in, Yu comes out. Katie Zhang with the serve now. A little floater right in there, dug by Makowitz, who then just sends it right back over to the Jumbos. Klima with the set.
Garrett's going to come all the way from the baseline.
Skims right over the net, and Babson Beavers cannot dig.
Yeah, great kill by Garrett there, coming all the way from the baseline up to about midcourt, and sends one so that the Babson Beavers can't control it. Ball flies out of bounds, and that's going to be 23-12 Tufts.
Makowitz comes out for Sarah. I cannot read your handwriting. That's
handwriting's not one of my strong suits. Sorry.
Number 2 for the Beavers. Shot goes long from the Beavers. Gives the sets up game point for the Jumbos. Game point. 24-12. Zhang with the serve again. Jump serve. A little floater.
Yep.
Dug by Atkinson.
Yeah, Human reads that.
Set by Cameron. Big hit from number 5 on the Beavers. Clean the dug. McAbee with the hit. Weird set from dig from Beecher, but it's all good. They send it back to the Jumbos. Quick serve from Zhang. Set by Klimo, and a big hit from Mary McAbee. Falls in for the game point. Game 1 goes to the Jumbos.
Yep.
25-12.
You know, this is a big set for the Jumbos here. Like we said earlier, the Beavers were on a 4-game win streak, but there's win streaks, and then there was whatever Babson was doing. They did not drop a single set in that whole streak. So this is
that's domination. That's not even winning. That's just domination.
So they're in a little bit of foreign territory here. Dropping the first set. They were 11-1 when winning the first set. So they need to put that out of their minds and focus on just next set, next point. Don't worry about the score.
Absolutely. Resiliency is key when it comes to playing against the Jumbos because the Jumbos have a whole lot of resiliency themselves. They've been down before. They've had to claw their way through some elimination sets before against Wesleyan, against Middlebury. But currently, they're definitely in control of the game right now. 25-12 first game victory is a commanding thing to do, and pretty demoralizing, I'd have to say, for the Babson Beavers. But if the Beavers can just stay calm, not make any unforced errors, and just I think the key to that game was actually just that little bit of a slip up in the quite the very first part of the game, but just when the Jumbos managed to open up that 12-6 lead, there was just that tiny little bit of almost a letting down the guard that just let the Jumbos just exploit and keep going, and ran away. And when they ran away with it, there just wasn't anything the Beavers could do about it.
Yeah. And something the Beavers definitely have to pay attention to in the second set. They've been doing a good job serving today, but on the season, 205 service errors, and another one today. And you hate to give up points, especially when it's a close set with those service errors. So, keep the serves in bounds. That's what you can expect Coach Eric Neely to be saying to his team right now.
A couple of net violations, too. Should nothing. It's not like they give away 8 points or anything like that, but at the same time, just definitely need to watch out for those unforced errors because the Jumbos will not spot you anything when it comes to those kinds of errors.
Yep.
Slightly different lineup for the Jumbos coming out. Got Bell, Bridget Bell, Mackenzie Bright, Aarons, Mary McAbee. Looks like
Klimo,
I believe that's Katie Zhang, and one more who is currently blocked. Oh, that's Human. Well, Klima was just part of the huddle, actually. She's not starting out this second set.
I think this is the first time I've seen all year Klimo not start a set. So
she hasn't started a couple. She was really sick for the only loss, actually, that the Jumbos have suffered, which was at the hands of UMass Boston. So they were playing, but they still managed to drag the game out for quite a bit. Actually, there goes Klima right now, just subbing in for Kenzie Human. So it's Bell, Maccabee, Klimo, Zhang, Bright, and Ahrens for the Jumbos. And it looks like Cameron, Beecher, Makowitz, Atkinson, Carasoto, and one Harrington. There it is. Harrington with the bump, Cameron with the set. Makowitz with a big hit. Net violation for the Jumbos, though, gives the point to the Beavers. And they take a 1-0 lead. Cameron with the serve once again. Bright with the set, or you with the set, or Zhang with the set, excuse me. Bright with the hit. That's Carnes with the attempted hit, but a big block from Maccabee and Ahrens sends the ball flying back over the Beavers side and ties the game up at 1.
Yeah, great net presence by the Jumbos today.
A couple of substitutions. Yu comes in for Yu and Nwangpa come in for Zhang and Maccabee right now. So Tufts just, again, with those substitutions, they're trusting their depth. They know that everyone can do their jobs as well as they possibly can. Big block from Nwangpa and Ahrens. No net violation leads to a 2-1 Tufts lead.
Yeah, Makowitz again getting stuffed at the net. It's got to be frustrating when you get these good looks, but only to be met by these great Tufts blockers. That's you with the serve, right to Beecher.
Cameron with the set. Carnes with the hit. Klimo set for Nwangpa. Big hit. Send it right back to the Jumbos and give the point to the Beavers. All tied up at 2. A couple of substitutions. Looks like
Now serving for the Beavers, number 12,
Anissa Lai.
Anissa Lai, that's it. Serve goes just a bit long for Lai. Serves error. Just unforced errors just can't happen for the Beavers because the Jumbos will not let up.
Now serving for the Bows, number 5.
As close it is now, it was this close for a good long while. It was, I think, 7-6 in the first set. So
here's Garrett with the serve.
Really unfortunate attempt at a dig for Rosen, Shannon Rosen. Could have gone for the underhanded bump to get the dig, but she tried to do this weird set, almost like an overhand set.
Yeah, props to Garrett for the good serve, though.
Garrett with another great serve. Ahrens with the tip. Kind of close to a net violation, though, is what I would think from all that. But they give the points to the Jumbos, and they now have a 5-2 lead over the Beavers.
Here comes Garrett again, putting together a good set. Did a great job serving in the first set as well.
And that's a net violation.
Yeah, another net violation.
There are 2 very thin poles on the nets right now, and when the left side, the near side for us, started shaking pretty violently, so it was pretty easy to see an unforced error from the Beavers. That serve from Garrett just barely skims over the net, and the Beavers send it right back over the Tufts.
Yep.
You with the set goes backwards to Nwangpa, who just sends it down. Pancake from Cameron does not quite save it. And the Jumbos now lead 7-2.
Yeah, seen a good effort from Cameron in these first 2 sets. And again, the word we keep repeating is frustrating. It's got to be frustrating when you're getting those pancakes, you're getting those good digs, and they're just not coming to fruition here.
Well, it's unfortunate, especially with those unforced errors. There's a service error and a net violation from the Beavers already this set. Nwangpa with another big hit, dug by Cameron. Beecher with the set. Makowitz with a big hit, overpowering. Garrett with a nice dig.
Digging a backwards wall.
Come from Klimo. Ahrens just sends it right back over. Bump from Beecher. Another big hit from Makowitz.
Another great dig from you there. Klimo with the set to Nwangpa.
Nwangpa just a bit too strong and sends it out over the sideline to cut the deficit for the Beavers down to 7-3. And that's the kind of thing that the Beavers need to do. Stay clean, stay strong, and don't make any unforced errors.
Here's Atkinson with the serve.
Klimo with the dig. really down low. Aarons just pops it over and lands it right in just a little bit of dead space.
Another one of those finesse points that we've seen the Jumbos take advantage of today.
And that's one thing, actually, that the Jumbos are doing a bit more than the Beavers right now. You see a lot of the time, you've heard, I don't know how many times you've heard us say Makowitz with the big hit, but a lot of the Beavers' style of play is just to try to overpower. Makowitz with another big hit, saved by you, set by Aarons. Garrett with a huge hit, dug by Cameron, set by Beecher. And the Beavers send it right back over with a little bit of finesse. Garrett with another huge hit, sends it long.
Garrett again coming from the baseline for that big hit. Worked well in the first set, not so much in the second set. Tufts still holds an 8-4 lead.
And right there actually was a little bit of turning the tables where the Beavers were using more finesse and switching things up to confuse the Jumbos, whereas the Jumbos were just trying to overpower them. And Garrett just, I think, on two separate occasions had big hits.
Very smart by the Beavers because it's hard to overpower these Tufts blockers.
Big hit from Nwakpa, dug by Makowitz and sent back over. Bridget Bell tries to finesse it over, and she does.
Rosine again, nice effort, can't quite get there. Sort of careens off of her forearms, out of bounds, and the point's going to go to Tufts.
Now serving for the pose, number 7, Katie Zhang.
Katie Zhang with the serve now. Sends it over. Makowitz with the dig. A little bit of hands meeting there, trying to tap the ball back over. Maccabee tips it back over. Cameron brings it back. Blocked by Human, though. Beecher with the save. Lai sends it back. You with the set. Human with just another little tip. Gives the point to the Jumbos. 10-4 lead now for Tufts.
Yeah, Human's been a force defensively and offensively today. Has a couple of kills, a ton of blocks. She's playing great.
Zhang with the serve again. Sends it over to Makowitz, who digs it cleanly, and Cameron, who just sends it right back, but Kenzie Human says no thank you. Big block from Mary Maccabee and Kenzie Human together. Beecher just sends it right back to the Jumbos. Zhang with the set, Klima with the set. Maccabee with the attempt hit. The Babson Beavers control the net on that one and send it right back, giving them the point. This goes back to what I was saying earlier about the control of the net. And currently right now, Tufts are, at least in this set, the Jumbos have been dominating the net with the number of blocks from Human, Maccabee, and Nwakpa at this point. Nwakpa, who is not actually in the game. But the 10-5 lead can definitely be is definitely thanks to more control from the net.
Attempted dig by Rosine, and the ball almost comes flying up into the announcer's booth. So that point's going to go to Tufts to make it 11-5.
Bridget Bell with the serve now. Back on the hot seat.
Yeah, she did a great job serving in the first half.
Awkward dig from Carnes. Beecher sends it right back. Zhang with the set. Bright with a big hit. Dug by Makowitz. Atkinson with another big hit, but saved by Bright. And then Zhang, who just sends it right back. Beecher saves it. Miles with the set. Makowitz with a big hit, falls in. And the Beavers have cut it down to 6-11 now.
Yeah, Makowitz excited after that kill. You can tell she's been trying to fire one into the Tufts territory all game, and she finally gets one.
Beecher with the serve now for the Beavers. Sends it right over to Klima with the clean dig. Human with an interesting kind of a finesse, but a powerful finesse almost. Attempted block from Maccabee and Human does not fall. And I think that's the first time this set that the Beavers have scored consecutive points, which definitely going to need to do a bit more of if they're going to keep this competitive into the third set. Dug by Klima. Zhang with the set. Maccabee with a big hit.
Just barely out of bounds.
Just barely out of bounds. Jumbos are not happy with that call. But that's what it is, and could have gone either way from up here. We had a bad angle on it. So Beecher with another serve. Sends it right to Bell. Powerful set. Zhang keeps it on their side with Bright on an attempted hit. But there go the Beavers again, controlling the net with a clean block, bringing the deficit down 9-11.
Yeah, great job by the Beavers staying focused. Couple of great serves by Beecher, and they close the gap 11-9 as we take a timeout here.
It's a timeout by the Jumbos. So doing the same thing that the Beavers did in the last set. Just want to break up the rhythm, keep them from maintaining their momentum. And that's just, now we're actually seeing what these Beavers can do. Just, maybe they just needed to shake off the rust a little bit traveling from wherever it was that they were traveling from. Middlebury. So.
Again, another aspect we haven't really talked about today. Tufts is actually undefeated at home. They love this gymnasium. They love the atmosphere. And, the opponents know that coming in. So it might have a little bit of a psychological effect on whoever's playing here, knowing that Tufts still has not suffered a loss here in Medford.
Babson could be the team to do it, though. They are dangerous. They do know how to play volleyball really well.
Yep.
Beecher still with the serve now. 11-9 Tufts. Beavers have scored 3 points in a row now, looking to keep that momentum going. With the serve, Zhang with the set. Bright with a finesse and the double pancake there, almost a collision between the Beavers. Does not save it as the Jumbos take that point. It's now 12-9. Ahrens comes in for Human.
Jumbo's bench was fired up to see that last point.
Height for height on that substitution there. Klima with the serve. Dig from Harrigan. Pancake from Klimo, saves it. Bright with a big hit. Awkward dig from Makowitz, who then has a big hit, and Ahrens and Bright can't quite block it, which gives the point to the Beavers. It is now 12-10 in the second set. Jumbos are up 1-0 in the game so far. If you're just joining us, dominated the first game. 25-12 was the final score.
Another service error from Babson there by Cameron.
Service error from Cameron, a little uncharacteristic from her. She's been doing a really great job this game, which is really unfortunate. Just one of those unforced errors that we keep talking about. They've had a lot on the season, actually, if I'm not mistaken. More than 200 at this, or 200 service errors and more than 300 unforced ones, just in general.
Yeah, Tufts hovering around the 190 mark.
Makowitz with a big dig and then a hit. Bright tries to send it back, but Beavers block. Backward set from View, but the Jumbos managed to send it back. Cameron with the set. Makowitz with a big hit once again. She's that powerhouse that the Beavers have got, and Klimo cannot handle it. Yeah. Cannot dig it.
Makowitz looking great in this second set. Slowly closing in on 1,000 career points. Looking to be only the 6th Beaver to ever do so. And, standing in, she's 6'2". She's an imposing figure. Really the leader of the team when she's clicking. So.
Lai with the serve, dug by Bell. Ahrens with the big hit. Goes long, though, and Beavers have now cut the deficit to 12-13. This is what they needed to do. They can play really good volleyball. They just need to, not get ahead of themselves, just, on to the next point. Lai with the serve. Klima with the dig. Yu with the set. Ahrens with the kill. And they managed to send it back. Bright with a big block. Big block sends it right back. Bell with the bump. Blanca with a big hit. Beavers managed to save. Beecher with his bump. Makowitz with the finesse this time. No power from her, which is an interesting switch. Attempted block from the Beavers does not fall the way they're looking, but they did control the net really, really well on that.
Yep.
The point did not go their way, but they executed fantastically. Makowitz switched things up a little bit, didn't just try to overpower the Jumbo defense.
Yeah,
and they kept it in play.
In my opinion, that was the best point that Tufts has played so far this game.
Hardest earned for sure.
For sure.
Bell sends it right back over to Beecher. Cameron to set. And that was Atkinson with the attempted point, but Ahrens and Wonka too good on the net, regaining control of the net from the Beavers on that last point. Garrett with the serve again. Just a service ace, just falls right in. Beecher did not think it was going to go, but it dropped it probably a bit more quickly than she was expecting. So.
Yep, second ace of the game for the Jumbos. Again, Garrett having a great day serving, as she has been all season as well.
Dig from Beecher this time. Lai sets. And that was Rosine this time with the big hit. Garrett lands it.
Yeah, that was Garrett from the baseline. Again, we've seen her do that a couple times today. And that when that set and that kill from the baseline is clicking, that is a tough move to defend. So great job by Garrett there.
You can't quite call it the knife. Or you could call it, I wouldn't say it's the straw that broke the camel's back, but definitely a knife in the gut or a knife in the back. Puts it up at 17-12 right now. Babson's going to really need to pull things together for they don't want to fall down 2-0 to the Jumbos, which is not a place that you want to be.
We talk about the Beavers playing great first set volleyball this season, but this second set from them has been particularly impressive.
Absolutely excellent from the Beavers, just controlling the net more, fewer unforced errors, still a couple of unforced errors, which could have gone either way were they not committed. But they're definitely keeping things much closer. They're playing cleaner, they're controlling the net more, and they're playing to their strengths. Additionally, they're switching things up a little bit more, which is something I addressed just a little bit. But so much of the time you hear us say Makowitz with a big hit, but to beat this Jumbo defense, you need to keep them on their toes and keep them guessing all the time, and get them to hopefully guess wrong more than they guess wrong on their defensive spreads. Garrett with the serve. Dig from Lai. Cameron with the set. Makowitz with the solid hit, not a booming hit, but definitely a solid one. Milanko with her own solid hit, not a booming one, but threads the needle between the Beaver defenders and gives Tufts the point, 18-12.
We've been saying her name all day, having a heck of a game.
Garrett with the serve, Lai with the awkward dig. Beecher sends it back. Cameron just gives it right back to the Jumbos. Yu with the set. Bell with a big kill, and Cameron cannot dig.
It's been a while since Bell got a kill. I think we went most of the second set without seeing one, but here she comes with another great kill, and she's back in it.
Number 2 for the Beavers, and here comes your handwriting again. Just cannot read the last name that you wrote down there. Well, Sarah, for number 2 for the Beavers, we apologize, but it's just something that we can't do right now because otherwise, Sarah Z. I'll go as far as to say that. Sarah Z. Shout out to you, and sorry that Owen has a terrible handwriting.
I believe it's Zazinski.
See, just Sarah Z is
Sarah Z
is a-okay.
Yep.
Tufts took that last point on a kill that Sarah Z could not quite dig out. And it's now 20-12 Tufts, and there's another timeout from the Beavers. They now have no timeouts left for the game.
Yep. We see Garrett setting up again. This sequence she had a good sequence in the first set. She's had an even better sequence serving in the second set. And that has really been something that Tufts has relied on. Again, I like the volleyball that I'm seeing from the Beavers. Like you said, I like the way they're switching it up. They realize it's hard to overpower this Tufts team. They've been looking for those finesse shots, but again, the Jumbos have responded in a equally as impressive manner, and that's how the Beavers found themselves in a 20-12 hole.
Beavers looking to string a few more points together the way they did earlier in the set when they brought it back 12-13. But Tufts has gone on a 7-0 run at this point. So ends that run. Yep. With a service error from Garrett, gives the point to the Beavers. It is now 13-12.
Uncharacteristic service error, but these things happen.
Atkinson for the Beavers serves.
Yeah, that's going to be a violation.
Going to be a service error from Atkinson, who is promptly subbed out for Beecher.
Now serving for the ball, number 4.
Aarons takes the ball for the serve again.
That's exactly what the Beavers should not have done there. Answer a service error with another service error. Regardless.
Beecher with the dig. Aarons with the dig that time. Klimo's not in, so Jumbo's relying on their depth for a little bit more defensive ability.
Yeah, Bell with the out of bounds kill. Definitely more convincingly out of bounds than the last one. So 21-14, Tufts still in the lead, and we have Makowitz taking the serve.
Just a bit too powerful for Makowitz. Just trying to send it all the way back, but a little bit long. 22-14 Jumbos.
Yep. Jumbo's starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel here. Proverbial tunnel being the second set.
Katie Zhang with the serve. Sends deep one to Beecher, who digs it. Counter with the set. And Corsetto tries to send it over, but Human and Mary Maccabee controlling the net just a bit too much. Give the points to the Jumbos. It is now 23-14. Zhang serves. Far and left for her. Service error from Katie Zhang. Gives the point to the Beavers.
Yeah, and as Rosine sets up for the serve, you know what she's thinking. Do not serve it out of bounds. You know, take advantage of this service error that we've been given. So here comes Rosine.
Beavers need some magic right now to keep this game alive. Dig from Klimo. Human sends it right back. Beavers counter with a really unfortunate hit from Makowitz, who don't know what she was trying to do there. She kind of laughed and shook her head when it did not go nearly the way she wanted it to.
Looked like an attempted finesse shot. We know Makowitz is certainly better at the power shots, but
Bell with a powerful serve that Beecher awkwardly digs, but Carnes saves and sends back to the Jumbos. Maccabee with a powerful hit. It looks like a net violation from the Beavers.
Yeah, and that's
gives the
going
game
to be a set.
to the Jumbos. Jumbos are now up 2-0 in this best of 5 match.
Yep, certainly not a place the Beavers want to be right now. They've been so used to steamrolling opponents, playing from ahead. It's going to be tough to sort of adjust their mindset, change the way they've been playing for these last, 4, 5, 6 games, and start playing from behind. See if they can string together a comeback.
It's all about resiliency when you play against the Jumbos, because if you just let up just the tiniest bit, they will, exploit that and find a way to keep going. And just both games now so far, the Beavers have just let up the tiniest bit once or twice, and then the Jumbos just pounce, and don't stop pouncing, quite frankly.
And again, that's certainly facilitated by there hasn't been a lot of unforced errors from Tufts. They've been very clean, and even Babson, not many unforced errors, but still.
That's the thing about Babson right now, is that we're playing very, very well. This is not bad volleyball by any means. It's just the Jumbos are just, quite frankly, outplaying them. It's the Jumbos are stringing together they're stringing together points. They're changing things up, whether it's overwhelming power from Nwankpa or a little finesse bump from Aarons, and they're just keeping the Beavers guessing, and quite often guessing wrong, because it's just too difficult to know what's going to come next. Is it going to be a little finesse bump? Is it going to be a block at the net from Human and Aarons, or Aarons and Nwankpa, or whatever it is? So just Beavers doing their absolute best, but it's just not quite enough against this overwhelming Jumbo offense and stifling Jumbo defense.
Yeah, and what's important in a situation like this is that the Jumbos remember that they cannot let up at all in this third set. They've been winning because they've been playing very, very great volleyball, and if they let up even a little bit, Babson is going to come back and make them pay for it, because we know that they've been playing great this whole game.
That has actually been a problem for the Jumbos in the past, is just letting up or just making more unforced errors than they really need to. Mm-hmm. And allowing opponents back into the game. It happened at Middlebury, it happened at Wesleyan, and it happened against UMass Boston, where they ended up actually losing the game.
Yep.
Not the case here right now. They've had 2 commanding wins in a row, and Babson Beavers are really going to have to do something, miracle level, 1980 Miracle on Ice level to, see their winning streak continue.
If you allow me to use a Boston simile, an 04 Sox level comeback, if you will.
Oh, Lordy.
Tufts looking with, that's Aarons, Bright, Zhang, Klimo, Bell, and Maccabee. Certainly a great look from them.
Well, Klimo with the serve now. Jumbo's going to use that home court advantage to start serving this third set. Beecher, Makowitz, and Hammond. And Carnes lining up for the Beavers.
And that was Carnes sending him way, way out of bounds. We're going to roll 2 ants here.
Good serve. Carnes' big hit is blocked by McAbee and Aarons. Blocked again by McAbee and Aarons. 2 blocks in a row, which is huge control of the net from McAbee and Aarons.
Right idea by Babson. They went with the 2 power shots. And they were lucky enough to get a third attempt there. Looked for the finesse shot, but couldn't quite get it off the hands.
Fuller with the serve. Kisses over the net. Turned by Makowitz. Big hit from Carnes, lands in.
Feeding Carnes in this right set.
Now serving for the Beavers, number 15,
And the freshman Cameron. Big hit, overpowering. Spike by Aarons, takes it down. Gives the Jumbos a 3-1 lead. Wonka and
now serving for Tufts, number 6, Angela Yu.
Wonka and Aarons in control of the net.
with the serve. Aarons with the tip right back into the Beaver territory. Just lose that control of the net. Beavers have to. Otherwise, the Jumbos are just going to run away with it again.
We were talking earlier about the finesse ability of Aarons. That was on full display in that last point. And in this point as well, as Aarons finesses another one right over the net.
I wouldn't call it a finesse, though. It's just, hands up exactly where they need to be and just send the ball where it looks like Carnes. It was either Carnes or Cameron who just couldn't quite get to it because she was elsewhere.
Yeah.
Makowitz with the awkward dig. Cameron with the save. That's Aarons and Bright this time with the block and the point for Tufts.
Yeah.
Aarons just an absolute force on the net in this third set.
Yeah, there's a lot of players on this Tufts team that can block, let me tell you. We've got, just on the court right now, Nwankpa, Aarons, and Bright, and then we know what McAbee can do. We know what Human can do. They are a force up there.
Yu with the serve, back to Beecher, is sent over to ignore that big wall from the Jumbos. A little miscommunication from the Beavers. Aarons with the dig. Yu with the set. Bell with the hit. Cameron will save that as Beecher sets for Makowitz, who does not land the kill. Beavers thought they had that one, but it did go out of bounds. We did have a good angle on that one.
Yep.
And it didn't quite land where they needed it to.
Yeah.
7-1 Tufts.
A ardent appeal to the referee did not change his mind.
Yu with the serve. Beecher with the set. Cameron sends it back. Yu with the set. Nwankpa with a big hit. And the block goes out of bounds. And as I said earlier, the Jumbos are just running away with it right now. The Beavers can't break the momentum that they picked up, that the Jumbos have now picked up.
Yeah, Atkinson on the block there. Usually a terrific blocker, 1.03 blocks per set. Could not get it done there.
And Nwankpa with the big blocks again.
And that was
Bright
Beecher
with
with
a
a
set. And Bright sends it back. Point goes to the Beavers on that one as Bright kind of awkwardly hit it out into the left of her, out of bounds.
Yes.
8-2.
Sorry for the interruption earlier there, AMAC, but I believe that was Beecher with a pancake on that point right there. We do love pancakes here at JumboCast.
Absolutely.
So props to Beecher.
Lai setting up for the serve. Right back to Bell, who just sends it right back. Spike from Atkinson. And a spike from Bright.
Right, yeah. And
on that one.
That was a behind-the-back
hit
set
from
by
Bright.
Yu, which is a move she's been using a lot this season. And when that move is clicking, it's absolutely gorgeous to watch. And Bright with the finish.
Garrett now with the serve. Garrett's been really great on the baseline for the Jumbos today as she sends it right back to Beecher. Cameron to set. Makowitz with the big hit is blocked by someone on the Jumbo's side. It looked like Aarons, and then it got errantly sent out of bounds. So that'll be a point for the Beavers. Atkinson now with the serve. Bright with the set. Yu with the set actually that time. There's that control of the net that we were talking about earlier. If the Beavers can keep this up and keep the ball just frankly, on the Jumbo side the whole time, as the Jumbos were doing in that run that they had earlier. They have a real shot of staying in this game.
Yeah, that was Rosine and Carasoto on the block.
That was I think Atkinson knew she got lucky on that one. Just the strongest but oh so slightest adjustment to keep that in there and get the service ace. So lucky break for the Beavers there. Klima with the set, or dig. You with the set. Bell sends it over, and a double pancake on that one is not successful for the Beavers. Point Jumbos, and it's now 10-5 in the third game. Tufts is up 2-0 in the match, or in the set rather. No, wrong. In the match. There we go.
In the match. There you go. That was Aaron's with the serve.
Figure it out eventually. Rosine with a big hit on that one. Bell taps it over. Ken with the set. Makowitz with a big hit, and again glances off a Jumbo defender. Sends it out of bounds, and the point goes back to the Beavers. We're now stringing together points the way that they need to, just outplaying the Jumbos where they can.
Yeah, very important point here for Makowitz. We know she can serve, but she has to make sure she avoids those errors. She does. Klima with the dig.
You with the set. Nwankpa with a big hit is dug by Makowitz. Bell with the bump. You with the set. Back to Bell, who sends it right through Y and through the defenders and into the corner.
Yep. Even when you know it's coming from Bell, it's still so hard to defend. Another kill for Bell.
Those are the interesting ones, actually, when you can see it coming, and it's either just too fast or in the wrong place that you just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, not bad defensive positioning by any means by the Beavers.
Absolutely no, or absolutely yes. Zhang with the serve, Beecher with the dig. It's a lot of Beecher, Cameron, Makowitz from the Beavers on this one, which is, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's kept them close in this game at least. Unfortunate, not enough power, just not quite enough power from Bell on that finesse attempt.
Yep, the freshman Carasoto is going to block that, her second block of the set, and Eric Neely doing the right job keeping her in here for this set. She's had a lot of playing time today. She's doing a great job.
That was Rosine with the serve on that one. Those are called lets in ping pong when the ball just kind of skims over the net, and you're supposed to redo the point on that one. But in tennis, any other net sport, tennis, volleyball, so on, just play the point, and the Jumbos couldn't deal with it. Nice serve, good dig from Garrett, who then tips it right back with the finesse. There enough power on that finesse hit. Gets the point to land and gives it to the Jumbos. It's 12-8 now.
Yeah.
12-8 in the third set. Jumbos are up 2-0 in the match.
And I know the Jumbos just won that point right there, but the previous points were a perfect example of what Babson's capable of when they avoid those service errors. They are capable of stringing together points.
Beecher to Cameron to Carnes on this one. Carnes with just a little too much power though. Sends it out of bounds and gives Bell the serve. Bell sends it right back to Beecher. Cameron. Carnes. Doesn't work again, unfortunately. Just a little bit too much power from Carnes.
Yep. Carnes sent a couple of those out of bounds today. She needs to reel it in a little bit.
Carnes, a senior. Her last season as a collegiate volleyball player.
Yeah.
Awkward but clean save from Beecher. Ken with the set. Makowitz with an attempt. Finesse is blocked by the stifling Tufts defense and gives the Jumbos a 15-8 lead. And unfortunately, there they go again. And now for the Beavers, they are out of games to really do something about it. They need to force the issue now or forever hold their peace and concede that the Jumbos are better at Cousins than they are.
Yep, and it's 15-8 Tufts here in the third set. So certainly still a winnable set for Babson.
Absolutely.
But they need to keep their heads on straight. Carnes sent a couple out of bounds. The serving has been okay, but there's still been one or two service errors. Again, we've said this phrase a lot today. Clean volleyball. That's what the Beavers need. Do not give Tufts any more breathing room than they already have.
Bell still on the serve for this one.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Beavers, Bell on the serve. She's been great today.
Bell serve to Carnes with the dig. Beach with the set, and back to Carnes. Good point on that one, but a good dig from Klimo. And a big hit from Mary McAbee. Overpowers Beecher on that one. Can't dig it. And Bell comes back to the serving line. Floater back to Carnes. And Cameron with a sneaky little tip just sends it right back over and gives the point and the serve back to the Beavers.
That was a little one hand behind the back tip over the net. Something we haven't seen from Cameron today, but you know, she's got a lot of moves in her arsenal.
Freshman showing a lot of promise for these Beavers and could be a really dangerous player in the next few years. Strange dig. Now, I have no idea what that was.
Violation on the Jumbos.
Some kind of violation from the Jumbos gives the point to the Beavers. It's 10-16 in favor of the Jumbos.
Yeah, we might have had some players out of position there. I'm not quite sure.
Service error for Beecher on that one gives the point to the Jumbos, 17-10. Aaron's checking back into the game for Human. Height for height once again. Klimo with the serve. Makowitz with the dig. Cameron sets. Carnes with a big hit and sends it right down where it needs to go.
Yep.
Point for the Beavers.
That's what Carnes is capable of. She's got that, you know, some serious power in that arm, and when she can keep it in bounds, it is an absolute force to be reckoned with.
Zhang with the set. Aaron's with a big hit. Aaron's back with the set. Oof. Not quite enough communication or something from the Jumbos. And that's just kind of, I think that's actually been the big difference in the game, is that there's been a bit more communication, just the tiniest bit more chemistry from the Jumbos, whereas with the, there hasn't been as much clicking together from the Beavers as there really could be. Pancake from Beecher, cannot save it, and Jumbos take an 18-12 lead. Because the Beavers really are capable of playing fantastic volleyball and, you know, really doing some damage against teams like Tufts, but they're just not quite clicking together. There's just, you know, more stuff isn't landing where it's supposed to, and just, yeah, the Tufts team is a little bit more flexible, a little bit more communicative, and as a result is doing better in this game. Cameron sends it back. You with the set. Aaron's with the big hit, which results in the kill.
Yeah, I mean, there again, that's another example right there, that point right there of Beavers playing good volleyball, but it just not falling their way. It was a good dig, but it just happened to float over the net out of bounds, and the point's going to go to Tufts. Hennigan with a reach there, but couldn't quite make it, and just sort of punches it out of bounds to make it 20-12 Tufts in the third set.
Angela Yu knows that she got lucky there.
Yeah, a little bit of a break for you there.
20-12. A little too much excitement from you on that one, but Jumbos are all right. They know they're up 2-0, and they're 5 points away from closing this game, or this match out. Beavers can still do this, you know, never say die. There's the whole, you know, 04 Boston mentality, or as I like to think of it, 2012 Giants mentality.
Right. I knew that was coming.
Bay Area sports fan. Lai with the serve. Bridge with the dig. You with the set. Blanco with the hit, and good control of the net. Well, the block ended up out of bounds on the Jumbos side, which was really good control from the net from Babson. Just did not finish up. Didn't happen. Didn't end up happening the way they wanted it to.
Yep. Here comes Garrett with the serve.
That was Makowitz with the hit that goes out of bounds. It's 22-13. We're coming up to match point now. Jumbos are looking to finish this out in 3 sets. Beecher with the dig. Cameron with the set. That was Rosine with the hit on that one, which with the kill, actually. We can go ahead and say that. It's 22-14 for the Beavers now.
Now serving for the Beavers, number 7, Alana Atkinson.
Yep.
Alana Atkinson for the Beavers, taking the serve now.
Yeah, senior captain, that's the person you want back here taking this very important serve. Unfortunately,
right
it is
into
a
the net.
service error.
right into the net. And Atkinson checks right back out for Beecher. I think that's actually happened twice now, which is really unfortunate for Atkinson.
Yeah. Tough day for the senior.
Aarons with the serve for the Jumbos now. 23-14. Jumbos up 2-0. Awkward bump from Lai, but Makowitz sends it right back. And it's the bump. Nwankpa with the hit. Pancake from Lai. Razine with a big hit goes out of bounds, and it is match point for the Jumbos. 24-14, and it's really going to take a miracle for the Beavers to pull something out. Serve. Dig from Beecher. Lai with the bump. Razine with the attempted hit.
It's going to be a violation.
I think that's something called like a 4-touch violation or something. An odd way to end the game for sure, but Jumbos take it in 3 straight sets and dominate the Babson Beavers.
Great showing from both teams today.
Absolutely.
I mean, we knew it was going to be a competitive match. Don't let the sets fool you. It certainly was competitive, but the Bows with some slightly better communication, slightly less errors, especially on the serve, and they come out with the victory. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Talking to some of the girls about some of their performances in the past, they've only lost once, but there have been some victories that have left a bitter taste in their mouth, and where they just didn't execute the way they wanted to. I don't think this is one of those victories. They were clicking on all cylinders. They were not making very many unforced errors. They were just getting the job done. And the Babson Beavers, as well as they played, because they did play very well against what can be considered a shutdown Tufts team, they just could not handle either the defense or the offense, and they just couldn't string together enough magic to get anything meaningful done. So, really great showing from the Beavers, and we wish them luck in the rest of their season. But for tonight, the Tufts Jumbos remain masters, or mistresses in this case, of the Cousins Gymnasium.
And be sure to tune in. We have some games coming, some more women's volleyball games coming on Friday afternoon at 7, I believe, and then we have 2 on Saturday, I believe, at noon and 5 o'clock. So be sure to tune into JumboCast to catch more Tufts women volleyball action.
And that looks like it from us. I'm Andrew McMillan.
And I'm Owen Finnegan.
Thank you very much.